fine. It's good. I got my thermometer ready.
He does. He has a thermometer.
This event, this is 26 years of the 5K, 10K race, but it actually goes further back than that because we had a marathon that actually originated here in Los Alamitos in 1976 on the base. And that was a result of a Parks and Recreation Commissioner by the name of Bill Audley and the Recreation Director at the time, Mitch Lansdale.
Well, I was at Los Al from 1991 to 2001. And I went to the closing ceremonies at the Marine Corps Air Station at El Toro in July of '99. Well, in August of '99, the Los Al Chamber was having a mixer at the pool here on the base. And I was having a chat with Mark Wagner, Bill Calkin, who was working with him, who's now in Anaheim, and Major Lisa Kuchera. And the question came up about, gosh, I wonder if we could ever run on the runways like they did at El Toro. And I said, well, I'm the airfield commander. Let's start talking about it. So they got all excited. I assigned Major Kuchera to be my project officer because she was a triathlete and a marathon runner. And she dove into it head first and still is involved in it. And then the very next February of 2000, we did the first one, highly successful. Thought it might be a one-time thing, but it went so well. The city enjoyed it, the community enjoyed it, the National Guard enjoyed it because of the community relations that here we are in 2006 and going strong.
We actually, it was really the brainchild of Lieutenant Colonel Tom Lasser and our recreation supervisor at the time, Bill Calkins. They thought that this venue would be absolutely ideal to bring the communities together, and it really has done that, as you can see from today with all that's going on.
This would be my 6th year since I've been in town. Was police chief in 1999, so actually I'm working on my 7th year now that I've been here at the race.
Let's talk about the police department's commitment of resources to the base. How many hours and how much work does it take to be involved with the race on the base?
Well, actually, since we moved the race to the base, first when it used to run through the city in Rossmore, it's been much easier on the police department. We'll have about probably 5 or 6 officers out today. We'll have all our police explorers, which are about 10 or 12, and then Races, our radio folks, will be out, and they'll be helping coordinate and call times for people today. So there are going to be a lot of people involved from the police department, but the resources are fairly limited this year, so it's been good for us.
Well, let's talk about Rotary's participation
Yes.
with the race on the base. To the extent of what are they doing this year?
Well, we sponsor the wheelchair race, so we pay the 1 through 4 positions prize money for those, and then we also have about 15 people out here handling the early registration or late registration today. So we have a real long-term commitment to the race.
What do you think the race does for the image of Los Alamitos for people who come here for the first time or returning runners?
Yeah, I think from a marketing standpoint, people really get to see what a great community is and experience. I just registered somebody from Encino, and he really didn't know much about Los Alamitos. This was his first time here, and he was really excited about being here and being able to run on the base and be in the city. So I think it's a great way to get the word out what a great community we have here.
What do you think this does for the image of the military and the base in general?
Well, you know, I think the military, of course, the last few years, they have had such a great relationship with all the communities with the wars going on. But I think it just helps partnership and builds more support for them. And most people can never get on the base and experience this. And so it's a great opportunity for them to come on and see what's here. There's so much here, and it's such heavily involved in the community. And people get to really now come on the base and experience that. So I think it's a great thing for the military. So.
Well, the Rotary Club basically has a service above self motto, and we do a number of things in the community. This is one of the projects that we support. We also are involved with Wings, Wheels, and Rotors and some of the Band in the Park things and so on. So it's a great opportunity for us to give back and to help support the community in addition to the philanthropy stuff that we do.
Now, working with the base a lot, what do you think this does for the image of the base when the people come out?
Well, the Joint Forces Training Base is a valuable asset not only to Los Alamitos but to California and the nation. And giving people an opportunity to come on the base, see the things that are occurring here, and use the runways as part of this race is an excellent opportunity to learn more about the Joint Forces Training Base.
Now, are you a walker or a runner today?
I'm a walker.
And what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy the camaraderie when you're walking on the base? Is it a large group, or you just do it as an individual?
There's a fairly large group, but my wife and I are both walking. We did last year.
Well, the first impression is what a great partnership we have with the communities surrounding the base, and the fact that something like this takes a lot of effort to put together, and you get an individual on the city at Los Alamitos and the military affairs group, as well as the base personnel want to volunteer their time and get involved in it. It's a benefit for everyone that's a citizen in the area, so I think it's a great thing.
Now, what do you think this does for the image of the military when people come onto the base for the first time?
Well, I think often a military installation will be isolated from the general community. We're making an exceptional effort here to bring the community onto the base anytime we can. And the reason for that is we think we're an integral part of helping our youth and helping our school district. So we're going to extend ourselves in every opportunity to be a part of any community activity.
Now, with taking over command of the base, has it surprised you how much the community is involved with being on the base and working with the base?
I got to be honest with you, I was totally taken aback. The amount of interest shown both by our 7 cities that surround the base itself, how important it was to the security, Homeland Security effort of our first responders in the area, both in Orange and LA County. I was actually overwhelmed with the amount of interest in this base, and had not been an installation commander before, but been around several throughout my career. And I would say that the partnership here is probably the best I've ever seen.
Would there be any one thing you'd like to tell the public as far as introducing yourself as the base commander and what you look forward to in the future?
Yeah, I'd just say this, that I'm going to look very hard at ways that I can be a full partner in all the community initiatives. We'll work very closely with the schools. I want them to know that we do not see ourselves as an enclave for the military. We see ourselves as a center for education and community support, and we're going to conduct ourselves in that way. So we're excited to be down here and a part of all of this activity, and I think this morning with this fog in here and the amount of activity I've seen, I think we're going to really build some good relationships.
Absolutely not. You know, the base is such a vital part of the community, but one of the most prestigious things that we've been able to do in conjunction with the base is the U.S. Water Polo National Aquatic Center. And that has created a venue where we have Olympians on-site training, and we've had numerous international competitions. So Los Alamitos is recognized around the world because of our Olympic 50-meter pool.
Tell us how much work it takes for your department to put this race on here at the base.
Well, you know, our department is responsible for overseeing the event, and Mike Kudron is the race director. He's the recreation supervisor also. Recognizing that our department works hand in hand with our public services department and our police department and the other community groups to make sure that we have enough volunteer support to make this happen.
Now, what has been the response you get from people who are outside of the community who show up on the base for the first time? What's the reaction you get?
Well, you know, I came on to the installation yesterday for the pre-registration, and I had overheard an individual leaving the base telling somebody that had never participated in this event that this is the most special event. They'll have a great time, and please bring the kids out because of the pancake breakfast and all the things associated with it. So I got high fives from the children as they were leaving the venue based on somebody outside the community that was coming to Los Alamitos to participate in this event.
There we go. We're going to have a close-up of the pancakes, huh?
Yep. Gotta need a little interlude to the
Oh,
race.
you want to see a drip?
Oh,
Ready?
you do.
1, 2, 3.
All right. Play
Wow.
some action
What a
music.
perfect pour that is.
Notice perfect circle.
Your hands, please.
Okay, now, perfect flip. Oh, here we go. More. Here's your plate coming up right there.
There you go.
Oh, thank you. Good night.
Well, it takes a little work as far as moving helicopters off the ramp, bringing in extra military police, providing escorts and security, but it's all part of base operations and working with the community because the community is integral to whatever the base does here and vice versa.
Now, we've been fairly lucky. Every year it's been at the base. It hasn't rained. It's been cloudy, it's been overcast, but it hasn't rained.
As you were in 2001 at the very end of the race, actually it was drizzling at the very end of the race, but during the awards ceremony it came down, and it came down like the monsoons, but we got through the race as it turns out. I got our weather forecasters here at the base to do a forecast for today, and they didn't forecast the low overcast and fog, and that's because we have a frontal system coming in tomorrow bringing rain starting tomorrow night. But this will be a dry day for Mark Wagner, the city of Los Alamitos, and all the runners.
How important is it to the military in general, especially the California National Guard, to have the public on a base for an event like this?
It's all part of community relations. They're taxpayers. Plus the fact they live around the base. I've had people come on the base for events like this, because we do the 4th of July, we do Wings, Wheels, and Rotors, we're going to do that again on the 29th of October, that have said, you know, I've lived here for 25 years, the first time I've been on the flight line. And that's a value because it's bringing the community on the base, sharing what we're doing. There's nothing classified here. And we get a great appreciation from the public for what we're doing. And then it tightens up the networking and bonding amongst the local community. You know, Seal Beach, Cypress, Rossmore, Orange County, Long Beach, Los Alamitos, Garden Grove, everybody that's around here.
Is there any other thing you'd like to tell the public as far as the base's presence in the community?
No, it's a vital part. Los Alamitos is the last remaining military airfield in the greater Los Angeles and Orange County areas. I like to refer to the base as a military oasis surrounded by suburbia. It's an important piece of real estate, 1,400 acres of federal property that very vital to national security, disaster support, and that's why we want to stay here, and we appreciate the community support.
Oh, I think it's a really important event. I think it's great that we get people that come in from all around different areas, and it's a great way to show the support that the city has with the base as well. And for 26 years, for us to be doing this is a wonderful, and look forward to continuing it every year.
Now, you're known as a big supporter of the military here at the base. How do you think this showcases what the base has here for the public, for those who have never been here before?
Oh, I think it's great. I think people realize, you know, for a lot of the kids too, to be able to come and see all the big jets and the helicopters and all the different events. We have the fireworks, we have the race on the base, we have 4th of July, and it's really great for people to be able to come here and see the relationship that the military and the community can have together.
And speaking of kids, you had some of your own participate
yes, I did.
today?
I had my daughter, Ireland, and my son Ian did the run this morning. My daughter did it last year and was really excited to do it again today.
1, 2, 3, 4. Head out, down. Go 1, 2, 3. Arms out. Small circles, small circles. Rotate, action. I can't do it, I got chicken in the belly. Everybody running, please.
Los Alamitos race at the base. A little cold this morning. Is everybody warmed up? Yeah. All right. Well, this race will get you nice and warm.
Be careful, son.
On your marks. Get set. Okay. On your marks. Get set. Go.
You know, being our 26th year, this is really an exciting race. It brings folks from all over Southern California to the beautiful city of Los Alamitos. We really enjoy having everybody here, and it's a terrific environment. We're supportive of the race, and we're supportive of athletes, and I'll tell you, it shows the cooperative effort between the military, the Joint Forces Training Base, and the city of Los Alamitos and its residents.
Now, does this event give Los Alamitos a little bit higher profile among your other civic leaders of other cities throughout the state?
You bet. It's well known. Everybody knows about the race on the base, and it's well thought of. It's a terrific environment. It's really a different type of race because we're out here on the airstrip. It's terrific.
What do you think this does for community and military relations between the city and the base itself?
You know, we have excellent relations with the base. With the base pool out here and the Olympic Training Center, we have a terrific relationship. This only fosters it more by having such a cooperative atmosphere and really working together with the military for community efforts that really help both of us.
Okay, and what's going to be your personal responsibilities during the race today?
My heavy responsibility is to stand up here and start the race. So it's going to be a terrific, exciting time for me. Fortunately, I don't have to run, so it's great.
Okay, folks. Thanks to General Combs who's running this race with you to be our host today. Thank you. We appreciate your community spirit. Runners ready?
Drop the cord.
Go.
Start running to the start line. They're off. In the front, let's go! I'm back. Take off.
Thanks, Heather.
No
We'll
problem.
see you over at the showmobile.
Definitely.
Yeah. Thanks, Scott.
What about this one? Start this way. I don't know. Let's go find it.
Oh, the outreach is unbelievable. We outreach to the schools. We see the school participation, and as a club, 24-hour fitness right here in the city, we see all of our members working for a year getting ready for this race. And so it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful to see everybody at the end result of all of their workout routines to come into a 10K like this and accomplish what their goals are.
Now, after an event like this where we have so many people from outside of Los Alamitos come in, do you see an increase in business at your facility, or is it yet to be measured, or do you see people more interested in staying healthy?
Well, I think more people are just interested in the long-term staying healthy. And the health side of it, it's not just for the youth, it's age-related. I mean, I've seen people in the race now that are in their 70s and 80s and just doing phenomenal. All of the communities around here, I think they enjoy coming into our community and enjoy this race because it's one stable thing. It's been going on for so many years and it's been so successful. It benefits everybody.
Or would you like, do you think the race could have any, from a sponsor point of view, improvements, things that they could be doing in the future, or just stay the course and just bringing more people in?
I think just bringing more people in by getting the word out more, getting more of these runner groups that are involved. Out of our club alone, I know we've had 110 people in the race, plus our own employees too. And a lot of them use it as a kickoff race for the other races too. But I think as long as we just keep working it and perfecting it each year, it just keeps getting better and better and better.
Either that or the Saturday Night TV soundtrack, the Fifth of Beethoven.
I want that jersey. That's a cool jersey. That's a jersey to ride in bad weather because people can still see it.
I'll get all the timepieces going.
I'd like to start out by introducing the representative from the Joint Forces Training Base, Brigadier General James Combs. Can we hear from him, please? And his wife Janet. They give me the script and then we don't stick to it. What's up with that, Mark? I'd like to also introduce our elected officials that are here today, starting with our Mayor, Fred Freeman, our Mayor Pro Tem, Catherine Driscoll, and Council Member Alice Jemsa. And we're also presenting them today for the first time because this means so much, not only to us here in the community, but to everybody in our local government. We actually have a congressional recognition from our local congressperson for all our sponsors. Like we said, we can't do this by ourselves. It takes a lot of people from not only the base and the city, but from our business community. Ganal Lumber has stepped up year after year, and we really appreciate all of their help and sponsorship. Thank you. Another local business partner that's really helped us a lot with putting together a lot of the paperwork and everything that goes along with the publishing of our special inserts that go into our newspapers. From Trend Offset Printing, Kianis Price. Another wonderful business partner that's come along. We do miss them since they moved from Los Alamitos, but they've stepped up year after year, and they're still a great business partner of ours. Ken Steffens from 24 Hour Fitness. I'm sorry. That was Ken Stevens. I apologize. From Time Warner, today we have, representing Time Warner and their wonderful sponsorship, John Borak. And then we also have another sponsor. I think this is a few years that they've been helping us out here, the Wycourt Family Dentistry Group. And representing them today, we have Dr. Edward and Dr. Daniel Wycourt. We have two other sponsors that weren't able to send representatives today because they're out there generating business in the local community for us. Basically, the Original Fish Company Restaurant, an institution here in Los Alamitos, and the company of Best and Krieger. And we'd like to basically thank all of our sponsors for all of their time and effort and all of their, basically all the help that they provide us. Thank you very much.